I went to smile, go, hey, and they completely ignored me. I go, I realised from the pecking order.
I know where I stand.
I know where I stand. I was nothing compared to the models in their eyes.
Yeah.
Where are they now? I don't know. But I hope you're nice people now.
Wax on, wax off.
Cigarettes.
Excellent.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello and welcome Midlifers. We're your hosts, Fons.
And Miz.
And this is your weekly podcast where it's not self-help, but more help yourself to a smorgasbord of nostalgia, laughter, and a deep dive into the past.
Welcome, Midlifers, to this week's show. Then and now makeup.
Mhm.
Things have changed since the 80s and 90s.
A lot.
Yes, so we're going to have a look at it and a deep dive into a movie I think a lot of us will be talking about these days. The very first original, not the sequel, Devil Wears Prada.
So let's dive in.
Yeehaw! But first, let's chat, Fons.
What are we going to chat about first, man?
Well, we just wanted to say thank you to our audience that came to our live because at the time of recording, the live was a close memory. It just happened. It was a big weekend for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to everyone who came. Faye,
Chef Grant,
Gemma from 5 Seconds to
Till Sundown podcast. We've got Christy from the Two Cousins podcast.
Australian fantastic author Rachel Johns from Perth. Thank you for coming down.
James from Listen and Launch.
And our wonderful Tash, our OG supporter, I think she was.
Absolutely.
And obviously our friends and family and everyone who made the effort to come. Thank you.
Thank you to the parent group.
Yes.
Came down to.
You've got such a great parent group.
I'm very blessed. And now they're our parent group.
Yes.
They are the Midlifer parent group.
You shall, be named. And one thing that, for those of you who didn't come, one thing that we did, which I have teased about, and actually just the episode last week, I said in our next live, I want to be singing Lost That Love and Feeling from Top Gun. We did sing Man, I Feel Like a Woman. And we ended the show with our mascot, Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer.
And the funny thing about that was we did the music without the song, Bon Jovi singing, proving the point that we don't know the words.
No. This is a strategic move because originally I was going to have both as karaoke versions, but then I realized with Shania Twain's the lyrics weren't sinking into my head, and even though I wrote them down, I practiced, they just weren't sinking in with my midlifer brain. So with hers, I did hers. We just sang along to her singing. I'm like, Bon Jovi, we all know Bon Jovi. We all know this song. There was only like one lyric. In the second verse, he goes, Tommy used to put his 6-string on hock, 6-string on hock. I never knew that these were the lyrics until I looked them up because it's one of those songs
What's
that
hock? Is that like pawn shop?
Yes, yeah.
Mm.
And I always sang Johnny, not Tommy. But then, of course, on the day I sang Johnny, and when it came to those lyrics, I didn't know them, and I was like,
But it showed because we went out to the audience for them to sing along. A lot of people didn't know the lyrics, Mez.
So
it's just about the fun, the vibe.
Yep, that's it. So it's a lot of fun, and we will be doing another one maybe this year.
I would love to this year, and I would love for us to do another live in 6 months because it was interactive.
Yeah,
it was a true variety show.
It was.
We had prizes, we had trivia, we had fun stuff, and I can't wait to do it again.
Me neither.
I think a lot of people can't wait to do it again. Actually,
yeah. So we'll keep you abreast.
abreast
Bosomed of our next live show later in the year. But also, there's a big few days for you, Fons, because finally,
yes, I've done my colonoscopy, and I have to say, the nap was absolutely sensational, divine indeed. And the funny thing was, when I was waking up from my anesthesia, I remember just saying to the nurse sitting next to me, Portuguese tarts, they are so good.
You messaged me this. I'm like, were you thinking of Portuguese tarts?
No, I think I believe that as I was coming out of anesthesia in the theatre, the operating theatre, the nurses and the doctors were talking about Portuguese tarts because I remember hearing their voices talking about Portuguese tarts. And I wake up and I go, did the doctors talk about Portuguese tarts? And the nurse just smiled and nodded. And I'm like, this is what, when you're not at full mind, what it must feel like when you're saying something and it doesn't make sense. And people just smile and nod to agree with you. I'm like, okay. So I messaged Mez to go, Portuguese tarts, I'm going to need to remember this. But then, when you're at a restaurant and you want to give compliments to the chef.
Yeah.
I did that to my anesthesiologist. So the doctor came out to give my full report. Glowing results, thank God.
Everything's glowing up there, is it?
It's so clean. And I go to her, can you please thank the anesthesiologist for me? Because she was brilliant. And the doctor said, I will. And that was my version of compliments to the chef. So I also did a rundown, Mez, of the sandwiches, because sandwiches, you fast from the day before, from the morning. You fast for over 24 hours.
And you're cleansed out.
You're clean
empty.
as a whistle.
Yep.
Clean. And so they give you a packet of sandwiches. So I had 4 sandwiches, and my top 4 from 4 to 1. Ham and cheese, egg and lettuce, chicken and mayo. Yum.
Chicken mayo is good.
But number 1, which surprised me, was the pastrami sandwich.
I was going to guess roast beef.
No, it was pastrami. It was a flavour sensation. I've never had pastrami before. And what is pastrami?
I don't know. That's what I was about to ask you. What is pastrami?
I used to work in a deli. I don't know what pastrami is, but I can assure you that was the numero uno in delicious post-colonoscopy sandwiches.
Is it beefy? Does it look like beef?
It looks like beef.
That's why I'm picturing a beefy. With cheese?
No, I think it was with a bit of mustard.
Yeah.
It was sensational. The chicken and mayo and the egg came with lettuce, which was a lovely inclusion. But pastrami came out the winner, and I'm going to go to the deli and buy some pastrami.
There you go. I do love a chicken and ham, though. I know you put a number of chicken ham and cheese. Yeah, well, you know how 7-Eleven have got the sandwiches?
Yeah.
Which I love. Whoever came up with that idea, kudos to you, because, often 7-Eleven is quickly stop in on the way to work, and I sometimes leave here if you haven't made lunch for me, which I believe is on the menu today. Thank you very much.
Yes, we had lunch today.
So I'll stop at 7-Eleven on the way home, and because they're made fresh daily, supposedly. I still try to avoid the mayo ones there.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Because just in case. And when we went to the Coldplay concert, our friend Ez from Marble Stadium got something with, I think she got cheese and chicken and mayo and during the concert.
Yeah, no, look, you want to avoid food issues at all costs.
Yeah.
That was why, if I may add, why I had a colonoscopy was because I do believe I ate something dodgy. I got served an undercooked omelette in Malaysia. And I believe that day I was a bit funny in a tummy, and it's taken me 6 months to get better from it.
I don't know, because you also mentioned that wasn't your daughter like licking stuff?
Mate, she was in the toilets. She licked the bottom of her shoe.
Well, there you go. So I don't know if it's the omelette or your daughter's licking things and then passing on to you somehow.
What is with kids and licking things at a certain age?
For those who don't know, I don't think I've actually mentioned this in the pod. When my son we went to Wangaratta, so it's like a 3-hour car drive, and we stayed in this motel. I think my son was about 3 years old, and just caught him licking the mirrors in the motel room. And I thought, oh yeah, well. The next day, vomitosis, and then we had to drive home and he had to wrap a sheet around him because he was shit in his pants.
They look like Julius Caesar.
Yes. But not conquering. He was the conquered one. Kids, stop licking shit, please. Do you remember
80s and 90s makeup?
Yeah. Well, we have talked in the past about Aussie makeup growing up, but this is more specific, more general, I should say, to the makeup that we grew up with and also the way we applied it. I think a lot of it's technology as well.
Really?
I've got a few technological advances. I can't even say the word. All right.
Well, go on. Let me know.
Well,
let us know, Miz.
Should we go product by product? Because I feel like every product has had a little evolution.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Well, one that came to mind first was blush. Because if you think 80s, it's, 80s was just very powdery and caked on. So it's all just cakey.
It was very strong.
Yes. So if I think blush in the 80s, it's just
like I think clown. Orange, I think purple, I think hot pink when it comes
like a
to
fuchsia
blush.
type of colour.
It's powerful.
Yeah, there's nothing natural.
There was no subtlety.
No. But nowadays, cream blush.
Yes.
Do you do cream blush?
I always use a cream blush. And I apply it under my foundation and then you put foundation on top and it comes with a natural glow underneath.
Natural glow.
Natural glow.
Oh, I should try that because
It's nice.
it's because I have oily skin.
Mm-hmm.
So with cream blush, it's okay when I first put it on, but I find, I don't know, maybe I have to try a different one, like a cream blush that's mattifying.
Do
I
you
use
powder?
Yeah.
And it's still...
It's still all right because
Okay.
even if it's powdery, within half an hour, bound to be glowy because I just exude oil from my face.
But glass skin is what's in now, so you are naturally glassy.
Yeah, I am.
Glassy and classy.
With a bit of oil thrown in. But also they've got like this is going into foundation a bit. You know, they've got foundation and even blush that like is already in the stick. It's like a stick with a brush and you sort of twist it.
And it comes out the stick?
Yes.
I did not know.
Yes, haven't tried them.
This is an advance.
I like it. I like that idea. Yeah.
Okay, but if I think of my germaphobe ways, if you're always using the stick, when are you going to wash the brush, when are you going to wash the brush?
Confession time. You would have seen this when we went to do our photo shoot. You know, I bought my little makeup brush, and it's just literally in the same case that I bought it maybe 3 years ago. I'll tell you how many times I washed it. Nunts. Nunts. Never. And probably doesn't help my skin. I don't know. Because the only times I use makeup is when we film here and not much at all.
Fair enough.
I probably should. But yeah, I don't clean my brush.
If it doesn't work, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger, Mez. What I love about the 90s, there's a makeup artist who I've talked about in the past called Kevin O'Quan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's a celebrity makeup artist of the past. He's now since passed away, very sadly. So he was a leading makeup artist of the 90s. And he used to turn celebrities into other celebrities. So, for example, he turned Oprah into Diana Ross. He used makeup to transform people. And what I learned from his books was under your foundation, you use the concealers and the dark concealers to chisel yourself, to lighten and highlight. And this is what I've brought forward to today. Like you put your dark, where you want to create cheekbones, your highlights on the apples of your cheeks, and then you get your foundation and you brush over it. And so it's very subtle, but it still chisels you in. On your neck, Mez, you got to put really dark concealer.
Yeah.
And then you brush over it with your foundation and it eliminates your double chin or even a turkey neck.
Yeah.
So there are tricks, and Kevin O'Quan put these tricks in a book, which I've learned and still remember to this day.
I'm just realising I'm so basic with makeup because I don't use brushes for my foundation. I just use my hands. So
hands are still good?
Yep. But like I just blend it with my moisturiser because I don't like that thick layer. Well, going back to the 80s, foundations is all about caked on makeup. So there's all that the thick layer stuff. And I love that. Because when I started using foundation in my teens, obviously I had problem skin, being oily and whatever, and I'd look for that, that word non-comedogenic. Comedogenic.
I don't even know
this. Yes, it would mean it won't block the pores.
Oh.
So I always had to specifically look for this because problem skin.
Yeah.
But I love the things that have advanced in a lot of foundations is that now they incorporate these ingredients that are like skincare into the foundation, like the hyaluronic acid, the niacinamide, all that sort of stuff. I'm like, yes, give me more. We need it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about eyes.
Okay. Yeah.
And something I remember from the 90s is what got introduced is putting white eyeliner in the lower rim of your eye makes you look more awake. And then in the 2000s, that advanced to not using white, but using more a beigey colour for it's more natural or an off-white colour.
Well, I always used to use the white eyeshadow in the corner of my eyeballs. I feel like as parents, we probably need like 10 layers of the white underneath. I'm awake.
Should bring that back. I should bring that back. But also there was another technique in the 90s called tight lining.
Yeah.
And again, I learnt this from Kevin O'Quan because on the Oprah Winfrey show, Britney Spears was on there. He was talking about Britney and how he did her makeup is tight lining. Which is where you lift up your eyelash and see there's a rim under your eyelashes,
Yeah.
you put black, and it gives a more tighter look to your eyes. So tight lining was in the 90s. And I love that look.
Have you ever tried doing it?
I do it. I used to do it all the time.
I feel
Now
like,
I've got allergies to
Ah.
makeup.
well, I feel like even I've only ever had my makeup done professionally a few times, but when they use anything on the rim, my eyes are like, I can't handle it. It's
Yeah.
just, it's too close.
Look, the thing is, when you do your upper eyelid, you go little strokes at a time.
Okay.
And it really finishes off the look.
I should get you to do my makeup, man.
I could.
Yeah.
I got to clean my brushes.
It's okay. You don't have to. Can we go for a second? Because you did mention like bronzing and all that sort of stuff. Can we talk about contouring? Because I feel like contouring wasn't a thing.
It was. So I talked about that. Sorry, I didn't use my words properly, but contouring is what you do with your darker concealer under your foundation.
But I feel like in general, I never learnt about contouring in the 90s. I feel like that was something that Kim Kardashian really brought to the mainstream.
So I learned that from Kevin O'Quan, but that was because I learned from Kevin being on Oprah.
All right.
That's only me though.
Yes.
You know.
Do you think that if you weren't like sort of researching makeup and that sort of stuff, because if you looked at magazines and stuff like that, because there obviously wasn't YouTube tutorials back then, I can honestly say I never knew about contouring until Kim Kardashian came out with her contouring
But
stuff.
see, this is what annoys me in regards. It doesn't annoy me because I'm not anti-Kim, but she got that, or her makeup artist Mario got that from Kevin. And who knows, Kevin may have gotten that from someone else in the past.
Yeah.
So look,
it says that she capitalized.
The thing with Kim is she's a social media queen. And so maybe, social media did bring that into the spotlight, but it has always been there. But maybe that's why makeup artists were kind of like not glorified, but were put on a pedestal.
Yeah,
back more in the 90s because they knew the tricks and we didn't.
That's the thing. I think all these tricks were always there.
Yeah,
but it's just that the everyday Joe blogs didn't know about it.
But this is a thing because now, because even I know with your daughter, she will look on YouTube and she can do a makeup like a makeup artist.
No.
Whereas back then, it was a slog.
Yeah. I still find it a slog because I don't know what I'm doing. Actually, I should get my daughter.
You should get your daughter do your makeup.
Yes.
Movie montage.
Makeover. I will. I'll make it
and
like a
do
little...
it to Clueless.
Yes. Yeah. I want to be a supermodel. Yes. Come in to our socials. Keep an eye out for that. Up to rope into. I'll pay you for it. It's cool. Now, talking about the eyes, a big thing in the 2000s, the smoky eye.
Yes.
Smoky eye was everywhere. Not so much anymore.
No.
It's all very natural.
Bring it back, I reckon.
Yes.
Bring back the smoky eye.
I think us millennials are still like rocking at smoky
I
eye.
love the smoke. And that's why like in reels on socials, the naked palette.
Yeah.
Our age, are still using it. I'm still using my dark browns and taupes and things.
Yes.
Because it complements your eye.
Yeah.
Especially you've got blue eyes and greeny eyes. So actually more oranges and browns would make your eyes pop more.
You know which colour, interestingly, really makes it pop? Purple.
Yes.
Purple eyeshadow.
I can see that.
I don't know. I haven't got any purple eyeshadow these days. I miss the purple and blue. Remember blue from the 80s?
I swore as a kid never to wear blue eyeshadow because of the 80s, but now pops of blue in your eye.
But I doubt any Gen Zs are wearing any blue eyeshadow.
Yet. Because they're using our 90s stuff now.
Well, again, everything that goes out of fashion comes back because let's go on to eyebrows.
Yeah. Oh.
80s eyebrows, think Brooke Shields. And what was that? Oh, that actress from Labyrinth. O'Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly?
Yes. She had this beautiful dark black, I think, eyebrows. And I remember in the 90s thinking, ooh, eyebrows. Who wants eyebrows like that?
Yeah.
So when we used to have to go to the nightclubs and stuff and do my makeup, I never gave eyebrows a thought because they were pencil thin.
Yes.
There was hardly anything there, and that's why we wanted it.
Yes.
And of course,
it's changed.
Everything's come back again. Well, I feel like don't do anything permanently because everything's going to go out of fashion and then come back in cycles again.
But also just do what suits your face as well.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, but I want to go back, Mez, to Maybelline Great Lash Mascara of
yep.
the 90s.
Yep.
That green bottle with the pink lid.
Pink bottle with a green lid.
Is
I-
it? Yes.
I think it
pink
is.
bottle with a green lid.
You got the two colours right. It's cool. It's cool.
But God, that was a staple.
That was a staple as a go-to. It was just good basic mascara.
And you know what? When I studied makeup, that is, well, at the time, the best mascara to use.
like how they're always bringing out new mascaras.
Yeah.
I feel like there's only so much you can do. Are they all the same like
No.
nowadays?
Well,
Tell me, makeup lady.
because you have different brushes and then there's different formulas.
Ah.
So there's some that actually clump your eyelashes on purpose.
Oh, hey.
There are some that give I have this mascara. I think it's Panoramic, L'Oreal Panoramic. And I never have to clean it off because by then, like, the mascara now, you can just pick it off.
Oh, it's like that tube.
Yeah,
tube
it's like
mascara.
that.
Yeah.
But I miss mascara of the past, of the 90s, where you didn't have to pick it off like a tubey one. And you had to like use the real strong makeup remover,
Yeah.
astringent, to get it off.
I feel like in the 2000s, the best invention was a makeup remover wipes. Because after clubbing, who could be bothered taking up the makeup?
Way.
So I remember we'd come back to our friend Ez's house and we'd just pass around, they would flick to each other the little packet of makeup wipes. They were the best. We'll probably go to like 10 each, but anyway.
I've got a hack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I worked at Melbourne Fashion Festival many years ago and I learned that Huggies makeup wipes are made with the same formula as the MAC makeup wipes.
Like Huggies nappy wipes.
And the makeup artist at the time, which is Ray Morris, she was Australia's #1 makeup artist. She gave that tip. She goes, whatever's good for a baby's bum is good for my face. Never forget that. And so since then, when in my 30s, I use Huggies on my face.
Oh, very nice.
But
I
I have
have that
to
nice
say-
scent, wouldn't it?
It's lovely. Curash doesn't work. The Curash water wipes does
Okay.
not work at all. Doesn't work on my skin.
Yeah.
But Huggies, if you've a bit skin with money, use your Huggies.
Oh, I
And
like.
it's thick.
But I remember you mentioning something happened when you worked there.
I made a mistake, a big mistake. So I was in charge of doing nails at the fashion festival. And I was doing this model's nail and I didn't put the lid on the makeup remover. And it spilt all over her handbag.
Ooh.
I had everyone staring at me.
The death stare.
Death stare. The model was devastated. And being the person to my word, like I was always going to give her the money. But as I was doing people's makeup, I had models talk about me in front of me to the makeup artists. The makeup artists, to their credit, were very professional and shut it down. I ran to the girl, the coordinator in charge of us, and I just burst into tears and go, this is what I've done.
Yeah.
And she goes, don't worry, it's okay, it's okay. And I paid it straight away, but I had to cop the death stares and the shame of everything on that night, and it has never left me. And I paid it back and I went up to the model the next day. I go, did you get the money? And I apologized again. She was like, yeah, no, like nothing ever happened. I go,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, that's good.
But I was like the evil villain that night. But there was also a pecking order I remember from working there.
Yeah.
I was a pleb, but I felt I was treated very importantly by Ray Morris. She was amazing. And I was walking with my kit to the fashion festival and all the models walked past. And I went to smile, go, hey, and they completely ignored me. I go, I realised from the pecking order.
I know where I stand.
I know where I stand. I was nothing compared to the models in their eyes.
Yeah.
Where are they now? I don't know. But I hope you're nice people now.
Look at us now.
I know. No makeup. No, but I'm always taking responsibility for the mistakes I made. I never want to do that mistake again because that was horrible.
And you wouldn't have. But I think just the feeling of when they were talking about it.
About me.
Yeah, but not knowing that you were the culprit.
No, they knew I was a culprit.
Oh,
they
they
were doing it on
did?
purpose. They were making me feel
I
bad.
thought they didn't know.
No, they knew they were looking at me as they were talking about me. It was vicious.
That's harsh.
It was vicious.
Oh.
If I didn't care for my mistakes, fair enough. But as someone who was remorseful, who got details straight away, why did you have to add that extra bit of
Yeah.
vinegar or acid to the wound?
Oh, don't like that.
No, and that's why it's always left a bit of a wound on me that I've never forgotten. But I have to say, the higher ups in the makeup industry on that night looked after me.
Yeah.
And I never forget Ray. Like they had too much staff on in the makeup room, and they were trying to figure out who to cut. One of our plebs, and I went up to her, go, listen, I don't mean to be overhearing, but cut me. You know, I'm cool with that. And she goes, no, we're keeping you. We like your energy. And she kept me. And 3 weeks later, there was another makeup festival on. She saw me and she goes, Maria, come over here. This is the #1 makeup artist in Australia.
Yeah.
And she remembered me.
Oh, that's nice.
And I will always have a soft spot for Ray Morris.
Thank you, Ray, for being a gem.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going to cry. She follows us on socials too.
Oh, thank you very much. Anyway, we sort of got lost on track, but that was great.
Let my pain be your pleasure.
Let's go on a deep dive. Fun.
All right, ready? Got your
Yes.
snorkels, guys? So we are going to deep dive into The Devil Wears Prada from 2006. Not the one out now, the one from 20 years ago.
On the one out now, do you have high hopes for it?
I hope so.
I had high hopes until we saw the preview. Now I'm not so sure. So my expectations are low.
Same.
Mhm.
Because I think it's going to go a different angle. I think it's going to go into, can I maybe spoil it with my hypothesis?
Yeah, sure, because it's not a spoiler. It's a
My hypothesis. I believe Miranda has dementia. And that's where it's going to go. She can't remember anything.
There you go.
I might be wrong.
Well, yeah.
But that's how I took it.
Well, I feel like by going in there with no expectations, the only way's up. How high up? I don't know. But the original movie, I loved.
Yes, same.
Still love. And we'll watch and repeat.
Absolutely. Do you remember you and I went on a trip to Anglesey
Yes.
and we watched The Devil Wears Prada?
Yeah, it was great.
Okay, let's start with the characters, Mez.
Mm-hmm. So Andy, Andrea, played by Anne Hathaway, is 23 at the time when she recorded
23?
this. Yeah.
Gosh.
And obviously, she'd been in other movies for teenage girls. Princess Diaries was a huge one. I even remember her from some TV show. Yes. And she's really good at it. Yeah, she's been a standout actress. She gets a lot of flack.
I've heard this.
Why do people hate her?
I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I. But I love her. She's a great actress,
Same.
as I said. And saying this, she's a recent grad who gets hired as a junior assistant to Miranda Priestley, played by Meryl Streep, who I've just got to say, the way she delivers her lines, it's just like, I've got no time for you. You will listen to me. And have you ever known someone who is a bit of a low talker and you really have to struggle to listen? So I like that because it's kind of a power play. Like, I'm not going to give you my energy. You're going to have to use your energy to listen to me.
I never thought of it like that.
It's like you got to lean into her.
I just thought I was deaf.
I'm deaf anyway, so I feel like if I was in the room with her, I'd be like, huh? She decides to take on Andrea. To give someone who isn't like her typical assistant a go. Andy goes into this thinking, it's a bit of a joke. I'll just have this job for a bit, and it ends up consuming her.
Yes, I'm just going to interject with a smaller part to Andy, but Nigel, played by Stanley Tucci. So someone on Reddit wrote, gay characters should be played by gay actors unless the actor is Stanley Tucci.
There you go.
Now, Stanley Tucci represented Nigel perfectly. Nigel leads the runway ship, but he's got a bit of empathy and kindness in him. But he's the only one that is not intimidated by Miranda Priestley. Because you can see when they go to Paris together, he's one that leans into her and talks so closely with her. So they do have that relationship until Miranda throws him under the bus to save her own bacon.
Yes. No, it's just interesting you say that because I didn't think about that he's not afraid of her because they've got the boardroom meeting where they're all pitching ideas. And so, here's one of the quotes. Someone says florals. And she's like, florals for spring? How groundbreaking. And they're like, oh, but whatever he pitches, he's like, he does it with confidence or not even confidence, just like self-assured. And it's like, yeah, this
because
is
they've got the same thoughts, same wavelength.
I like that.
And also with that, he has lovely sassy shots and smiles to camera, which I loved.
Well, I like how with Andy, like I don't say he takes her under the wing, but he does, he spells it out, but in a way that's opening for her to take it or leave it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But he gave that kindness to her and he brings the more human element to Runway, even though he's a little bit snooty.
Yeah.
He'll like, I don't know.
He's got empathy.
Who's having an onion bagel? Like stuff like that. It's just funny.
What's that scene with the ring? You remember he's got this one big oval ring?
Yes. That was when he found out. He thought he was the promotion was going to be announced about him.
That's right. And he's opening the champagne.
Yeah.
This huge ring.
Oh, that got me in the heart.
Yes.
Oh, poor Nigel.
Another side character who's a very influential character and a very memorable character is Emily.
Emily Blunt. And what I loved about Emily is her fashion. And she's very snooty.
Oh, she's very snooty.
Her makeup, her looks were fantastic. One thing I want to speak about was the revealing of her more human side. So she got hit by the taxi and she's in hospital and Andy comes and visits her and she's eating the pudding for the first time she's able to eat. And it's like her snooty accent had gone and she showed a more vulnerable side to herself. And I feel like her wearing a hospital gown was a great equalizer between her and Andy.
Yeah, yeah.
So when it came to fashion.
Yeah.
But I loved Emily.
And her comedic timing in this was fantastic. And then one line we know where she's got a cold and Andy's talking. She's with her hand. She goes, you're doing this. I need to hear this.
I do that to my children.
Oh, do you?
I go, I see this and I want this.
It's great. Great line.
It's silent.
Yeah.
And it works.
Yes. You know who didn't work? Giselle Bundchen in that. She's shocking.
But she was there because she's Giselle.
I know, but her delivery of the lines, I'm like, oh, I know you're a model. Stick to modelling, please. A side character who I had a big thing for, Simon Baker.
When did he become Simon Baker from Simon Baker Denny?
He lost to Denny after E Street, I think. Yes. He played Christian Thompson, who goes after what he wants. He sort of skulks in corners, as a friend said. He sees Andy, and I don't know, there's something just like
creepy.
No, I like it.
Oh
yes.
I like it.
He was very
suave.
He's very suave. And I don't know, just that thing. I'm
twirling your hair.
Twirling my hair.
She's flirting with Simon Baker. Drop the Denny
from 20 years ago.
But he's not in the current film. I don't think.
No.
They have actually got another Aussie in there.
Yeah.
Yes, his name something from accounts.
Yes, Colin from accounts.
Colin from accounts. That guy.
Interesting because he's not what I would think a typical lead guy.
But my curiosity is, will he bring forth the suaveness through his acting capabilities?
Well, we shall see.
Because he's Colin from accounts. Gosh, I wish I knew his name. I did know his name, but my brain.
Yeah.
He's this like bumbly, kind of funny guy.
Yeah.
Oh, this will be interesting.
It will be.
All right, I've got beef.
Nate.
All right. So
Nate.
I believe at the time the film painted him as a good guy because the opening scene where it juxtaposes
the getting ready.
Yeah, the getting ready between Andy and the models, the clackers.
Yeah.
And the end of that has one of the clackers kissing her boyfriend who's asleep. But Nate is awake and is in bed eating toast saying, have a good day or whatever. Yeah. And I think that's what paints the picture. Oh, he's the good guy.
Yeah.
Compared to this. However, I don't think he is.
No.
Because
even the friends, like all of them are.
Except for there's one friend that understood the fashion industry.
Yeah.
That male.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. My God, welcome to perimenopause hour. But even when Andy announced to her friends that she got the job at Runway, he was the only one that negged her.
Yeah.
He said she got a job at Runway, putting down that she got a job at Runway.
Yeah.
Now, that should be celebrated.
I know.
She's getting good money and it's going to boost her up for her career.
I know, but even Andy, admittedly, Andy at the time wasn't that thrilled about
But
it
if
either.
it was our husbands, well, more so your husband, mine would neg me. No, but like they would prop us up, but
I
he
know.
didn't prop her
He
up.
never propped her up.
No.
And like the job, which even she at the start, was like, it's just a temporary role and it did become, as I said, all consuming, which happens with work and we all have to find that balance. But he never once like gave anything to.
Wouldn't
No.
he know as a chef
Yes.
with those all-consuming hours understand it?
Yeah.
But is he a chef? Because
I know,
where does he bloody work?
No, he's always
He's
in bed,
in bed
making grilled cheese.
or at the bar with friends.
Where's we working, man?
And even at the end, when she left Runway
Mm.
and they're sitting together in their reunion and he got a job in Boston as a sous chef and he invited her to come to Boston, like she had to drop things so he can work in Boston and up his career. And although she got her dream job in New York as a serious journalist, it's like, that's not fair.
No.
That's double standards.
Terrible.
Nate has pissed me off so
Yeah.
much. And even Anne Hathaway in an interview has said that Nate was actually the villain in The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, yeah. She's just on her own in the end.
Yeah,
like,
but can
then
I
she
say
got to
about
it.
her friends, they did not allow her to grow.
no.
Or they did not grow with her.
Yeah,
And
people
this-
grow and evolve.
That's
Yes,
right.
That's the
And
way it
they
is.
stayed the same.
Mhm.
And they did not support her growth. But isn't that what happens in life?
Yeah,
We grow and evolve and we leave chapters behind.
True.
But we were seeing they weren't fully supportive of. They liked it when they got handbags or
Yeah.
when they got moisturizers
Yes,
and
and
skincare.
freebies, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're that kind of friends.
Well, I suppose who didn't evolve was Miranda. There you go. Talk about that because there was once time where you thought, okay, you start to see the human side, when she's getting a divorce and whatever, and then in the end she shafts Stanley Tucci's Nigel to save her own ass.
Save her bacon.
But
Oh,
yeah.
I've got words about that.
yeah, tell me.
If I was a man, if Miranda Priestley was a man,
Mhm.
would he be painted that same way? Because the husband left her because of her busy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
If a man was in that position, it would be expected the woman stay home, the woman be the trophy wife, the woman support him while the man is late from work,
Yeah.
travels all the time. But because Miranda's a woman, I believe it's just doesn't have the same, what's the word, aura to it as opposed to if a man was in leadership. And as a woman, we need to make sacrifices. We need to still think of our children, like when she put Andy under the pump with getting the Harry Potter
Oh, my
books.
God.
Yeah.
Can I just say a lot of these
Sweats.
tasks, 100%, even the Andy's first day when she goes, get these person on the phone or we'll do all this sort of stuff. I would have started having panic attack and left the
Would have
first
been the
day.
sweats, mate.
Yes.
But she still, even in her task, put her children at the forefront, making sure they're happy. And that's what I found a double standard, still do find a double standard, that a woman needs to sacrifice things, her relationships, to be successful and as highly successful as Miranda.
Yeah, 100%.
And she had to think like a man, as sexist as that sounds, but she had to think like a man in order to save her bacon in the industry.
Yeah, true. True that.
And can I say, before we go on more, the lens of the film was through Andy. We viewed Miranda through Andy. Could we have gotten a different point of view if it was from a different lens?
Yeah. Because I actually just saw Emma Rusciano put out on the socials that she said Miranda was the only one that knew what the hell was going on in that building.
Yes.
Yes, and it's true. Yes, she's got the top job because she knows and she expects nothing but perfection.
I would love to know from Miranda's point of view, like a version from her.
Yeah.
A shit show that's around her. And we're part of it. Like, we would be part of the shit show, Nez. We would be running. We'd be flustered.
We would last a day.
I have Patrick. Who the hell's Marshall
I know. I got to press these buttons. We would last, guaranteed. What did I say? The fashion And there's fantastic, and especially as Andy's, finding
reveals herself.
yes, and seeing like this little montage of her going to work each day with all these different outfits, and love the fashion. I love her fringe, her bangs.
Yes,
Looks
but I
great.
love her in Chanel, in that whole Chanel outfit when she revealed herself as she got it. And so that's when
in Paris.
no. So when she first revealed herself in her first outfit after speaking to Nigel,
Yeah.
and she was in the thigh-high boots,
Yes.
the Chanel blazer.
Mhm.
Oh, the chicness of it all, the pearl twin. Oh my God, it blew my mind how
Yeah.
impressive she was. And that's when she showed that she wasn't only brains. Well, maybe she was all brains because she got it.
Yeah.
She had her costume to pull her through.
Oh, so much. So, gorgeous.
Oh,
Imagine having access to a friggin'
I wouldn't
wardrobe.
fit, Miz.
No,
Come on.
100% we wouldn't fit. But it's like when you go to order, I say, come on, I'll show you what I got.
Oh, but even when Nigel bought her the Chimmy Choos,
Yeah,
when
I
on
wouldn't
her
fit into
first
any of the
day,
shoes. But
I would have fit my
Nothing.
little toe be hanging out the edge. Can we talk about cerulean blue?
Yes. Well, one of the famous quotes of this was when Andy scoffs because the stylist is pointing to these belts that look the same and she's saying, oh, they're so different. And then everyone just stops and stares at Andy. And then
cerulean quickly showed up in the collections of 8 different designers. And then it filtered down through the department stores and then trickled on down into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue represents millions of dollars and countless jobs. And it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room from a pile of stuff.
so calm. I wish I could deliver comebacks in real life.
You need a script writer.
I think I do. Because
You need an earpiece constantly.
I have no calm. That's a Meryl Streep or the Miranda, I should say. But that's Meryl Streep's delivery.
Yes.
Oh, just exquisite.
And I love that Miranda educates Andy on the history of cerulean.
And myself too.
Yeah, and the food chain that is within the fashion industry. Now, we can laugh and think there are other important things, but this is important to these people, and it is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Now, from that same scene, I love the quote from Nigel, "Give me a ballerina skirt and a hint of saloon." Loved it. Loved it.
Another one, I don't know if it's there. It might be the same scene too. When she goes, by all means, move at a glacial pace. You know how much that thrills me. Yes, I feel like saying that to my kids. I'm wanting them to hurry up. It's like, come on. Anyway.
Another key scene I love was even before Miranda Priestley is introduced to the film, you get a sense of who she is by the rush in the office to make things perfect. Get rid of all their mess. Put her sparkling Perrier water on her desk. It was absolute chaos, and that shows the power she had without being on screen.
Oh, yeah.
Miranda's coming. Miranda's coming.
I'm just thinking to the scene where Andy throws that steak. You know how she meant,
oh, God, that steak looked delicious.
Know. I'm because I'm hungry. I'm just thinking about that steak now. She threw it in the sink. I'm like,
I know, but that was such a power play. But you know when the chef put the butter on a steak and the green,
and the parsley. Oh,
hell!
Look how so food is like.
How I would kill for that steak right now, Miz.
Yeah. But fantastic. 20 years after its original release, Devil Wears Prada still holds up. I still love watching it, and I can't wait. Hopefully, to see what the sequel brings. Please be good.
That's all.
Thank you for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome. Please feel free to peruse our back catalogue because we have got some great eps.
But if you really want to support us, like our socials, subscribe, do all those things that really keep us stuck in your ears and in your eyes.
Your eyeballs. Until next week, we bid you adieu.
Until next week, bye-bye.